We are definitely nearing the collapse moment, guys, right? If not at least minimum a black swan event. Why? Because we just got the biggest signal that we needed, right? That we needed to see. I mean, Ripple just confirmed this, guys. Literally, Ripple, the crypto company. Why? Quote, crypto billionaire from Ripple Labs lists Miami mansion for $18.5 million, right? And this was published on 10/18/23, guys. Okay. Wow, updated on 10/19/23, 9/11. Interesting. Brad Garlinghouse is the CEO of the crypto company that's been the subject of a legal battle with the federal regulators for the last few years. So, wait a moment. Who listed it though? Was it Brad Garlinghouse or someone else? Let me search it up really quickly. So as we can see right here, guys, the waterfront mansion of crypto tycoon Brad Garlinghouse. So it's Brad Garlinghouse right here, guys. The CEO of the CEO of the California company Ripple Labs created the crypto token XRP, hit the market for $18.5 million. Now, the home is located on Miami's. So Garlinghouse purchased the estate for $16.7 million, and basically, Garlinghouse, a multi-billionaire, is one of the wealthiest household names in the crypto industry. His company, Ripple Labs, made headlines in the last few years for his legal battle with federal regulators, guys, which began to crack down on cryptocurrency exchanges in 2018. Ripple Labs prevailed over the SEC in court this summer in a landmark ruling for crypto markets, just as other platforms like Binance and Coinbase were hit with a new wave of charges from regulators and took big losses, guys. Now, what's fascinating is, in comparison to the estimated $200 million his company spent to fend off charges from the SEC, Garlinghouse $18.5 million ask doesn't seem quite extravagant, guys. Exactly. Isn't that interesting? So basically, supposedly, guys, within this article, they say that he's trying to sell his house, guys, right? His Miami mansion. And why though, right? So our main question should be why. Remember, this is Ripple, guys, selling property, their own property, right? Almost as if they know a reckoning is coming for the real estate market. Not to mention, here's another confirmation. Not only Ripple, guys, but Apple themselves are as well. Apple execs selling properties. Almost as if they know a reckoning is coming for real estate, guys, right? So former Apple exec lists Aspen retrieved for $45 million. Wow. Right? Look at that, $45 million, guys. So, former Apple executives, guys, Ripple executives, right? Ripple CEO is selling his mansion as well. Now, I don't know if it's sold by now, but that's interesting, isn't it, guys? Is that not a warning, to say the least? Well, it definitely is. Why? Well, not only are they selling properties, guys, but they're selling their own stocks and shares. Wait, what? Breaking! Jeff Bezos sells $2 billion worth of Amazon shares in first major stock sale since 2021. It's January 2020 all over again. So basically, what happened here, guys, is that Jeff Bezos, guys, right, sells nearly 12 million Amazon shares worth at least $2 billion, with more to come. Wait, whoa, with more to come, guys? So not only he nearly sold about $2 billion worth of Amazon shares, guys, with more to come. He's not done. We actually predicted this, guys, right? Jeff Bezos filed a statement with the federal regulators indicating his sale of nearly 12 million shares of Amazon stock worth more than $2 billion. Right? The Amazon executive chairman notified the U.S. SEC of the sale of 12 million shares of common stock on February 7th and 8th. Right? So this happened a couple days ago, guys. And interesting, in a separate SEC filing, Bezos listed the proposed sale of 50 million Amazon shares around February 7th with an estimated market value of $8.4 billion, guys. Come on. What do we talk about? If they sell at the exact top, guys, that's very fishy. That's literally insider trading. If all these CEOs or billionaires, guys, sold their stocks and shares at the tail, right before the collapse, wouldn't that be very fishy? Of course it would be. So what they do, they slowly start selling, guys, right before the collapse occurs. Look at this. They're all doing it, right? Wait a moment. Hold your horses, guys. Why? Because I forgot to add this in here. Now, the reason why this is very significant, guys, on why Jeff Bezos is selling all his shares of his stock, right? Amazon stock, is because look at this, okay? Please listen to this, guys. Please like today's video because we're trying to get ahead of the curve, okay? Listen to this.
I'm going to project a picture up here so that the audience can see, but I'm also going to hold it up for you. Is this you, Mr. Powell?
That is.
Where are you?
That's a party after the alfalfa dinner, an after party that I went to.
Where was that party
It
held?
was at Jeff Bezos' home.
There you go. So that picture, that's Jerome Powell, guys, right? That he was at Jeff Bezos's party, okay? If this picture does not tell you insider trading goes on around in these parties, guys, right? In hidden rooms and with hidden hands, right? Then I don't know what to tell you. Well, we're not trying to be naive here, guys, right? Of course, Jeff Bezos. This was. Oh, by the way, this happened right before when? A couple months before 2020 occurred, that event. And what happened with stocks? It plummeted. Okay, so they took advantage of it, guys. They sold before the markets took a turn to the downside, right? And it's happening once again. History repeats. So he's selling here crazy amounts. Maybe in the next few months, something will happen, guys. Next few months takes us to around April, May time frame. I don't know, but if this is to tell you guys, then I don't know.
At Jeff Bezos' home, and when was it taken?
Excuse me?
When was this picture taken?
Saturday night after the alfalfa dinner.
Give or take, you'll stipulate end of January 2020?
Yes.
Recently. Can you imagine how attending a lavish party at Jeff Bezos' $23 million home, along with Jared and Ivanka?
Exactly. It took place in end of January 2020, guys. And look what she says right here, right?
And the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, Jamie Dimon, might
Oh wow, they were all there.
give off the sense to the Ivanka and the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, Jamie Dimon, might give off the sense to the public that you are not, in fact, immune from external pressures.
I would certainly hope not.
What did you talk about at that party with them?
I didn't talk to any of the people you named.
He didn't talk to any of them. Stop it. You guys already know. Not financial advice. Who knows? I know you guys don't believe me, but look, Jeff Bezos sold $3.4 billion of Amazon stock just before that collapse occurred. Stop it. Look at him laughing, guys. So basically, S&P 500 SPX reaches its most overbought level on the weekly charts in 4 years. And no, we are not saying another 2020 event is coming, but I don't know which if this is the daily chart or guys or the weekly or whatnot, but as we can see, we are at those overbought levels again, guys. But wait a moment, why? It's not over yet. Why? You guys can see in this indicator, guys, right? The RSI, it could stay up here for months upon months, guys, right? It could still stay up there, which means it could stay up there for another few months. Look at that. Plus, it created a bearish divergence, guys. You guys see that? Those divergences are literally but a lot of times do mark the tops and bottoms, guys, right? And XRP has a bullish divergence formed, right? You guys can see how it goes lower, but the indicators go higher, guys, on the weekly and the 2 weekly. Explosive move upcoming for up to the upside, guys, if XRP holds 49 cents and beyond this month. Now, the proof keeps piling up, guys. Something is incoming, most definitely. But not financial advice. Please like today's video if you guys are enjoying it thus far, guys. Jamie Dimon says the United States debt is the most predictable crisis in history. What? The leader of the biggest bank in America, guys. What is next? That's insane. Look at this right here. Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan, guys, right? The biggest bank of America is stating that United States debt is the most predictable crisis in history. It's not a crisis. It's going to be diabolical, guys, when it does literally implode. You guys ready? Right? And that's the biggest one you have. People should be scared of. Okay, so tomorrow or this upcoming week, guys, it's going to be the most significant week out there because we'll know which way the markets will move next. Why? Key events this week, guys. 1. January CPI inflation data Tuesday. That's the most important one out of them all, right? On Tuesday, we'll get our signal. I hope to God, guys, the CPI inflation report number comes in as 2.x, 2 point something. If this happens, up literally we go. Up we go until the black swan arrives, guys. Right? That's going to be the trigger. I hope it's less than 3%, guys. Right? If that is, beautiful skies ahead. Blue skies, clear skies, guys. Translation: stocks market melt up in progress. Maybe that will happen. Why? Because we just got a confirmation from Jim Cramer. Remember, he went back to being a contra indicator, guys. And he says, Jim Cramer says the market is ready for a pullback. This was on January 16th. So I don't know if he changed his mind now, But he did say that too many stocks have gone up straight on nothing, right? And guess what happens to the markets by then? It's gone up, right? On nothing still, guys. And will it keep going up on nothing? Hopefully, right? It doesn't just die tomorrow or whatnot, or today. Now, here's the game plan, guys. So let's say we get CPI to 2 point something, right, in this next report. If that happens, that's going to be the trigger for multiple things. Why? The Fed will change their mind and will do this instead. History says that the Fed will begin cutting interest rates in March 2024. Right? So right now the Fed believes maybe there's a possibility to cut rates in May, guys. And if they do still hold rates steady, the markets will just go up. It's good for the markets. But if they change their mind and they're going to cut rates at March, guys, in the March meeting, right? The markets will rally super hard before then. Okay? Then when they cut, we'll probably see a small dump, then pump again, guys, right? Bearish diverges, and then a black swan occurs maybe in April or May, right? But we need to wait out for that CPI report, guys. That's going to be the most significant data ever. Now, historically speaking, the Fed waits 8 months on average from its last rate hike to start cutting rates. With the last rate hike being in July 2023, rate cuts would be expected to begin in March 2024 based on the historical average. Interesting. There you guys go. Right, on average, March, they would be cutting, guys. Right, if history proves it's right again. But markets are saying the exact opposite, with odds of a rate cut in March down to 19%. Why? Because inflation went up. This is why Tuesday matters, because if Tuesday comes, inflation comes down, guys, large, right, 2 point something percent, this will shoot up to like 80%, right? That the Fed will cut in March, guys, and they'll be perfect, right? So let's wait and see to see what happens. I mean, 2 more days to see what happens, guys. Then we see, in some cases, such as in 1997 and 1969, the Fed waited as long as 18 months to begin cutting rates. Rate cuts are all but guaranteed, right? I mean, it's going to be pretty simple to see what happens, guys. Well, Powell did basically say they aren't cutting in March, but do they know the inflation already beforehand, right? Do they know it's going to come in higher, or it's going to be around that 3% range, guys? I mean, not to mention if they hold it, that's actually beautiful. So it doesn't matter, guys. It's a win-win scenario, right? If they hold, the markets will rally higher for longer. Wouldn't everyone want that, right? Instead of the markets to just pump and then dump sooner rather than later, guys, right? So obviously, if they hold it, it's optimal. But if we want to see crazy parabolic prices, guys, and runs, March cut, right? But then after, that's where the double-edged sword comes into play. There's going to be prosperity very soon, but then after, if they were to cut, guys, maybe a month or two later, a black swan will 100% occur, which will dump the markets, demolish the markets very hard. It's going to be diabolical. But largest market crash and economic crisis since 1929 coming. Why? But first, blow off top. Exactly, right? Our estimate of the likely equity risk premium over the coming 10 to 12 years is now worse than 1929 and 1999. What? 1929, guys, 2000 over here, right before the dot-com crash, bubble pop, and then this was Great Depression, guys. Right now, we are literally at those levels. No, it's even worse, guys. Right? It's worse than everything else. Wow. It's literally game over, guys. Right? So as soon as something triggers it, there's going to be contagion issues all across the board. You guys ready? But first, up and pump we go. Prepare to take profits. Never financial advice, though. What is that, Sophia's amazingness? See ya.